Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Serena and today I'm going to be sharing with you 3 essential elements to every new earth relationship. Watch this video. Hey guys, welcome back. So nice to have you. Today I'm so excited. We're going to be talking about 3 elements to a new earth relationship. Okay, so what is a new earth relationship? These are relationships where both people have kind of graduated or elevated themselves to a certain level of consciousness in order to come together and co-create a relationship together. So one element that you will notice in a new earth relationship is non-attachment. So non-attachment means that we do not have to control each other in order to be in a relationship together. So this can be with any type of relationship. It does not have to be just romantic. It can be any type of relationship. And for example, I'm going to give an example of my best friend relationship. So my best friend, I live right now in South Africa, and my best friend lives in London. So as you can imagine, we have a very long distance relationship, and we have had that for a long time, but nothing has really been able to keep us apart, you know? So the thing that her and I have been struggling with lately in our 5D New Earth relationship is finding time where we both can talk at the same time. So we've been rescheduling time after time after time. And I was viewing this and remembering like an old version of myself who would have been really upset with like the inconsistency in our relationship or like the inability to plan. But what ends up happening when you're in a new earth relationship and things like don't work out, you're not actually attached to the outcome. So there's a certain sense of freedom that comes with new earth relationships. And the reason for this is because you have such a strong sense of stability within yourself that you don't actually need that other person to show up in any certain way. So this idea of non-attachment is kind of like this person, whoever it may be, whether it's a best friend, whether it's a parent, whether it's a significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever you might want to call it, this person can kind of come and go as they please. And while of course there are still boundaries and there is still respect in those relationships, there's not a feeling of like, I need this in order to feel complete. So each person in a new earth relationship is complete on their own, and they come together from a place of desire to be together, not from a desire of feeling like they need the other person to feel fulfilled. So that is the first element of a new earth relationship. The second element of a new earth relationship is an idea of mutual growth. So this was not always consciously, I'll say, at the forefront of most relationships. So relationships typically are for healing and for growth because, as we know, almost all trauma is created relationally, right? So if you think about any childhood trauma that you have, most likely it comes from family members, it comes from friends, it comes from siblings, parents, caregivers, teachers. It comes from relationships. So when we seek relationships, oftentimes that's unconscious that we are attracted to certain things. And this is very like a good example of this is your narcissist and empath relationship. Unconsciously, narcissists and empaths seek out each other because their toxic traits mesh really well together, and they create this like really nice fit, even though it's probably toxic for both people. However, in New Earth, what is happening is we've now come to a point within our own evolution where we are starting to consciously seek out relationships that we know will be in our best interest because they have the best opportunity for us to grow and heal. So a lot of times before, where we were unconsciously, because of our subconscious programming or subconscious blocks or traumas, we were seeking out people that mirrored those traumas back to us. Now we will be seeking out partners and relationships in order to, where both people are conscious enough to heal those traumas. So this is really cool. And this is such a great potential of like awakening us. This is why we're also seeing right now twin flames are coming together like nobody's business. Raise your hand if you have met your twin flame or if you are now in a twin flame relationship, because they are coming together so quickly. And so many of the people that I know have found their twin flame literally across the world from each other, and they're coming together to find each other. It's incredible. So now we are not being limited by the relationships that we think we have to have, because we're consciously choosing the ones with our best interests and our best ability to heal and grow. So the third element to a new earth relationship is fun. It's fun and nourishing. And these are the best kind of relationships. Do you ever have that relationship where no matter what, you know you can call this person and they're just going to make you laugh. They're just going to get you out of your shell. They're going to get you out of your funk. In New Earth, the most conscious, the most creative, the most impeccable relationships are the ones that actually embody fun, where you can really be your authentic self. You can really just let loose, let your guard down. You don't have to be in fear of judgment, shame, blame. All of that stuff goes out the window, and you feel like you can just be 100% yourself with this person. And again, whether that be a family member, that's a friend, or whether that's a romantic partnership, New Earth relationships are not solely focused on romantic partnerships. They can embody the full span, and we can elevate all of our relationships in this space. I'll give you an example. So recently, we've had some drama going on within my family. And so most of my family lives in the US. I live in South Africa. So what's going on with us is a lot of times when drama was happening in my family in the past, what would happen is I would hear about it as like a third party kind of thing. Like, you know, my mom would be like, oh, do you know so-and-so's this or so-and-so's that? But now I'm getting direct messages from the family member that something is going on with. And so what this shows me is that my family has elevated to a certain point to meet me, you know, to meet me in a space where we are now having conscious communication, which means it's so much more fun and it's so much more nourishing to connect with each one of my family members, because there's not this judgment or blame around the he said, she said, or people going around people's backs to make sure so-and-so's okay. It's so much more loving and unconditional, and there's so much more gratitude from everybody in my family. There's so much more understanding. There's so much more maturity, and all of my relationships since myself moving over into New Earth have been mirrored in the same way, you know, where I don't have the same conflicts that I used to have. I don't have the same blaming or guilt or things like that come up as significantly either. So thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments below, have you been in New Earth relationships? How are they? What are the main things that you've noticed in your New Earth relationships? Also, keep in mind, I am doing a women's circle. It'll be June 12th. If you'd like to sign up, you can go to the link down below on my website and sign up there. I'd love to have you. And if you have any questions, please leave it in the comments. You can send me a message directly on my website and contact me that way. And if you would like, you are more than welcome to subscribe, like, comment, interact with me in this video. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Big love, Serena.